Get the bug spray and the tent ready, everyone, as the Sims are heading out for an outdoor retreat. I have all of the information about this brand new game pack and more right here on The Simulation. Hello everyone and welcome to The Simulation. I'm your host, Curtis Parody, bringing you the top Sims news from the past week. Well, this past week was a pretty big one for Simmers everywhere, as EA released the very first game pack for The Sims 4. EA kicking off the release with a simultaneous worldwide launch and launching a brand new trailer at the same time. The new trailer showing off fun new areas for your Sims to enjoy, and some cool new campsites along with cabins that your Sims can stay at. There even happens to be an interesting secret location inside of Granite Falls for you to enjoy and sort of discover on your own. The brand new pack includes many new clothing, items, and a bunch of new build-buy objects for you to enjoy as well. Along with the game launch on Origin, some of the Sim gurus took to the Twitch platform to live stream some of the brand new parts of the game. It's really fun to see them show off the game in a live streaming platform, allowing you to sort of ask questions at the same time. They of course also showed off a bunch of the best parts of this brand new game pack. Now, if you don't already have the game pack for yourself and you kind of wonder how this all works, well, let's walk through it for you. First off, your Sims of course will live in the regular worlds. They can't actually live inside of Granite Falls, but when your Sims are ready, they can go and select to go on a vacation, to which they'll be sent to Granite Falls. Once you arrive at Granite Falls, you will then select a different location to stay at. You can stay at the campground for a very low price, or you can stay at one of the many cabins that range in prices from low all the way up to the most extreme in price. Now, of course, once you've selected whether to rough it or of course stay in the lap of luxury, it's time to decide how long you'll be staying inside of this new world. You can choose a number of different days, and don't worry, if you want to stay for longer, you can extend your stay. One of the fun things here, of course, if you pick a cabin to stay at, of course, all of the amenities will already be in it, but if you pick the campsite, well, you gotta go find some camping supplies. Now, if you choose to stay at the campsite and maybe you forgot to bring some camping supplies, don't worry, you can just head over to the ranger post and pick up a tent, maybe some cool chairs, some lawn chairs, to sit around the fire, and of course, you're gonna want a cooler so that you can keep all of your drinks nice and cold, so that when you're out there relaxing, you can of course have a nice cold drink. Looking at the new world as a whole here, it's really beautiful to kind of look at it and see all of the different parts of it. One of my favorite things has to be the really tall trees in the game. It just gives you this really wood sort of aspect and feel when you're actually playing it. Now, Sim Guru Sarah did release some cool concept art for the game that sort of shows off what the original intentions and visions were for this brand new pack. You can see a lot of the artwork here does stay true to the actual way the game sort of turned out. It's kind of interesting that EA would be releasing these sort of tidbits that kind of went along to creating this new part of the game. Now, if you watched up to this part and you haven't got the game yet, but you've been thinking, wow, I need this game right now, well, don't worry, because here's some of the best ways to purchase the game for yourself. The first choice, of course, you can head over to EA's Origin platform to purchase the game directly from EA. It ranges around $20 depending upon your location. But if Origin isn't your type of thing, well, you can head over to Amazon or GameStop. They are selling a digital code that you can then redeem on Origin. But one of the interesting things that happened this week is when the game actually launched, many people, of course, headed over to Origin to actually pay and, of course, download this brand new pack for their game. But many people in Australia and New Zealand found that there was a little bit of an extra tax sort of added to their game. For people in Australia and New Zealand, it appears that the game cost $20 more than it did in other parts of the world, coming in at $39.99, whereas in the US it was priced at $19.99. Now, with the added cost here, many people took to Twitter and took to the forums to sort of complain about what's going on and why is the extra pricing and why are we paying more and why, which did catch the attention of EA, and they released an official statement about it, stating, "Thank you to all of the players who have pointed out the price discrepancies for the Sims 4 Outdoor Retreat in Australia and New Zealand. There was an error in the list prices. We are updating it now and providing refunds to the price difference to everyone who has already bought the game pack." This, of course, good news to everyone who had already bought the game, because $20 over the regular price is a little absurd. That's literally double the price for no apparent reason. So EA did go forth and actually lower the price, though they only dropped it to $29.99. Now, of course, this is still really confusing because it's not on par with the North American price at $19.99. Now, at first, many people thought, well, of course, it's the difference between the US and, of course, the Australian economy, which is somehow affecting this game price. Though, if we take this into comparison here, the Canadian price is selling for $19.99 as well. And last time I checked, and of course I checked on Google just a couple of seconds ago, the Canadian and Australian dollar is basically on par. So if you live in Australia or New Zealand, you're literally getting charged $10 extra for absolutely no reason. Unless, of course, you consider that there are some sort of shipping costs for a digital-only download pack that is distributed through the internet that you already pay for and that is of course free to send data through. Yep, $10 extra service charge. That totally makes sense to me. So with all this info about the game pack, and of course if you already have been playing it, what do you think about Outdoor Retreat? Do you like it? Do you not like it? And why? I'd love to hear what you guys have to say in the comment section down below. You can of course also let me know on my Facebook page or my Twitter account. There are links to those on screen right now, and of course in the description down below, along with links to all of the other stories I talked about today. And if you want to stay up to date on all of the latest videos that I create, make sure you hit up that subscribe button on screen right now, or of course in the description down below. And feel free to share the show on your favorite social media website using the hashtag #TheSimulation. Until next Friday, everyone, I'm Curtis Parody. Have yourself a great weekend, and happy simming!